So on 1/2, we're going to start on number 1. We're going to write 3 equivalent fractions. Okay, we might not get to all 3 on some of these. We might just do 1. Okay, so we're going to multiply the top number and the bottom number by the same factor. We can multiply them by anything. So let's take 1/2. Okay, let's multiply the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. This gives me 2/4. This is an equivalent fraction to 1/2. Okay, we can do another one. We can multiply the top again by 2 and the bottom by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, or we can start all over. From 1/2, we can multiply the top by 3, the bottom by 3, which gives me 3/6. Again, you can do these for any of them. For 3/4, we'll write 3/4 down here. Multiply the top by 2, bottom by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, and then we can use a bigger number. So let's do 3/4 out here to the side. 3/4. Multiply the top by 5, bottom by 5. That gives me 3 times 5 is 15, and 4 times 5 is 20. Again, remember, this doesn't matter what number you use. You can use a 5, you can use a 2, you can use a 3, you can use 100. Okay, it'll take you a little bit longer, but you can use any number that you want. Okay, moving on down to number 3. 1/5, let's just multiply the top by 2, bottom by 2, equals 2/10. Okay, we'll do the same thing by 3, equals 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, remember, you can use your multiplication facts that I gave you that are on the inside of your composition notebook, or you can use a calculator in any of these. 2/3. Let's multiply the top and the bottom both by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So now on 2/3, let's multiply them both by 4. 2 times 4, is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, this one you can go either way. This one I prefer if you make it go smaller. Okay, we're going to work on simplifying fractions when we flip it over. But you can go smaller on this one. Okay, so we look at what numbers both go into 12 and 15. Make a little chart. Okay, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Okay, for 15, 1 and 15. 3 and 5. Okay, so looking at those, we cross off this one because we don't worry about the ones. Okay, we see that both the numbers 3 go into 12 and into 15. Okay, so 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. 4/5 is an equivalent fraction to 12/15. Okay, you can also do this one. Whoops, sorry. You can also do this one. 12 over 15 equals, we can multiply the top by 2, the bottom by 2. Okay, that gives me 24 over 30. Okay, on this one, do the same thing we did over here. So I'm going to list the factors of 9 and the factors of 27. Okay, we know it's 1 and 9 and 1 and 27. But then we also know that 3 times 3 gives us 9 and 3 times 9 gives us 27. So again, we have our common factors of 3. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to divide by 3 and divide by 3. That gives me 3/9. Okay, our last two for equivalent fractions, let's just do 4 times 2 and 9 times, oops, I'm sorry, now I got stuck on multiplication. Okay, let's do multiplication. So 9 times 2 and 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 9 times 2 is 18. Sorry, there's babies crying in the hallway. Okay, so this one, again, we'll just multiply by 2, multiply by 2. This gives me 4/20. Okay, so flipping over to the back,